Good afternoon, and welcome to episode 4 of TEKKIT. It's been a while since I've uploaded. I think it's going to be about 9 days, which is longer than I'd like. But quite a few things have happened since last time. Primarily being the most important one being that I built a PC. Me and my brother did it. There will be a video on it at some point. I just haven't got around to editing the stuff together yet. But so this is now running on the new PC, which is a beast. We're now getting 230 frames per second. Absolutely solid, no dips or any bits of shite. It means that the audio quality is going to be a lot better, because we don't have the sound in the background of my laptop fans overheating and about to explode because it can't handle what it's doing. So the audio is better. The quality of the video is better because we're getting high frames per second. We're also recording at 60 frames rather than 30, so it's everything is now better. So I hope that's going to impact on the series quite a bit. Some stuff has happened since last time. I actually recorded episode 4 previously, but for some reason my microphone changing over onto Windows 10 was set at 45% volume. So the capture that I did do, the episode of filming that I did do, when I went to watch it back straight away, you could barely hear what I was saying. We didn't cover, well, we covered a couple of things, so let me take you through what we did since then, since the last episode, because this looks a bit different. So first of all, I've put a wall up. I'm starting to build into the volcano. I'm starting to make it a bit of a home, a bit of a base or whatever. We have a lot more ores now. We have so many blocks of stuff. I don't think we really need any more metals and stuff. The only thing that we really need is diamonds, because all of the expensive stuff in the game requires diamonds. We can always use more diamonds and nether quartz. We don't have much of that. So I dug out the main pillar in the centre and surrounded it with glass blocks. I think it looks prettier and it doesn't really get in the way the same way that the cobblestone blocks did. I'm going to start putting rooms in and walls up and stuff. This is the pumping station, which is of course at the moment very empty, except that we have a tank full of lava. 64,000, see, to me that would be millibar, but I'm not really sure what but I don't know. So to clarify what this is, in the last episode, in the recording that I did that was trashed, what we did was we set up these 2 machines upstairs. We built our first machines, and so let me take you through it. So this is just an infinite pool of water where you can take from it and it replenishes. And I've got that there because we have here 2 steam dynamos. Now these are the basic power system in thermal expansion, and this is the GUI. Ignore this bit over to the right. This is obviously not enough items. I can't remember if I mentioned that in the last episode, episode 3 or not, but that's going to be here now for looking at recipes and stuff. But the steam dynamo, this is the power bar. This is how much energy is stored in the machine, which at the moment is at maximum. It's 40,000 redstone flux. This is the amount of steam that it's holding at the moment, which does slowly drop over time. And to generate power, you put water in. This is 4 buckets. Obviously it's gone down because it's been used. And you put coal in here, or other combustible items, and it generates steam, which turns into power. And that powers our pulverizer, which was the first machine that we built. To clarify what this does, you put your ores. Normally you would take an ore, put it in a furnace, and smelt it into a bar. With a pulverizer, if you power it for the relatively low cost of steam dynamos and the pulverizer itself, you can turn 1 ore into 2 dust, as you can see. So 3 ores made 6 dust. Obviously I've just added it to the 4 there. And then over here we have a redstone furnace, which is much faster, and each dust is turned into 1 ingot. So you are effectively doubling all of your ores. You're getting 2 times the amount of resources that you would otherwise. So it's definitely worth setting up. I should have done it a while ago, but I've done it now. Hence why we have so many blocks of ingots and stuff. So it's really fast as well. This works on the same thing, redstone flux, and this is powered by a tier 4 dynamo, which is a magmatic dynamo. This is powered by lava buckets. 4 buckets, same as the other ones, take 4 buckets of water. This takes 4 buckets of lava, and it doesn't require cooling, which is very nice. I can't be arsed setting up cooling water systems. I will eventually have to do that for the refinery, which I think we're going to try and get done this episode. But yeah, it basically it consumes a very little amount of lava and creates a lot of power. Lava is a very, very good power source, so we're definitely going to use a lot of magmatic dynamos. I might even demolish these two steam dynamos and replace them with magmatic just to speed up the pulverizer, because it is still a little bit slow. With the pulverizer, it's worth noting that some ores do give you bonus dusts. For example, copper will give you a bonus gold dust. It's like a 10% chance, I think, which is very, very handy because it means you're getting gold for the price of copper. It's kind of, I guess, whatever you want to... I have a cold at the moment, that's why I'm really snotty and I sound a little bit different. I'm quite nasal at the moment, that's what that is. So put all of our dust in here. Eventually, we will automate this, where we'll have a chest at this end, a chest at that end, and we'll put all of our ores in here. It will be automatically pulverized, automatically smelted, and then dumped in the chest at the end, which will be very nice, but we'll do that another time. To look at my inventory, this thing here is a gold chest. And that's made by making a chest, surrounding it with iron, surrounding it with silver, and then gold again, so it's quite expensive. Well, in the grand scheme of things, not really, but... but yeah, it's definitely worth making. Now, the difference between a double chest and a single gold chest is this. It holds a lot more items, which is definitely something that we need. So, because our ore chest is getting rather full. So we've made a single one of those. Let's transfer everything over. Okay, so for the space that it takes up, i.e. one block, as opposed to two, it can hold a lot more stuff, which is really, really handy. So we'll get this stuff back. This is the chest with the stuff that I don't really know what to do with. Like ender lily seeds. I assumed that you can plant those and grow some kind of weird plant. Horse armor. A builder's wand. What the fuck is that? And world thread. I think I figured out what world thread was for. It's for something really weird. I'm not sure. Can't remember. And of course what I have been doing is turning all of our ingots into blocks, so that they take up less inventory space and they're just easier to keep. So we'll just dump all of that in there, and can we sort it? Oh yes, we can. Okay, so that's sorted now. I'm snivelling. See, this has ran out, so what we have to do is put coal in there. It fires up, generates steam, consumes water, and then this is the power that's generating. Of course, it's being drained at the moment by the pulverizer. This one's also run out, so we'll give it some juice. They are more efficient when they're at maximum steam at 4000 millibar, so they generate a lot more power when they are running for a longer amount of time at once. So all we're doing is converting ores into dusts and dusts into double ingots. So which is definitely a good thing. This is the chest with junk in. I don't really know what to do with the stuff in here. Well, I do know what it does, but as for... I haven't used it yet, so that's just why it's sat there. I did make some armour since last time as well, full set of iron, because we've got more iron than we can shake a stick at. So we'll take these chests back, and then we'll put these... Oops. Glass down here, and then that... Ah, isn't that better? Doesn't that feel better? Ah, right. Okay. Eventually we're going to put walls up. This is going to be like our ore smelting area. Upstairs eventually we'll have the nuclear reactor. The pumping station is downstairs down here. Actually, let me go and quickly show you what we did, how we're getting our magma, because you won't have seen that. Okay, so here it is. This is our magma pump, and this goes all the way down to the magma lagoon, which is right down, I think it's at layer 11, which is where diamonds spawn. But there's a massive lake of it, and we're just going to siphon it off. There's plenty to go at, and it'll produce more energy than we'll probably need for a good while. And that just pumps along through waterproof pipes up into the tank in the pumping station. This is a Buildcraft pump. powered by 2 Stirling engines. In episode 3, we struggled to get the mining well to work. We converted the mining well into a pump just by adding a glass tank and setting it up here. So whenever we need more magma, it's default turned off. All we have to do is put a piece of coal in each Stirling engine. That'll power the pump and it'll start pumping again. But we've got to wait until the tank in the pumping station empties out, and at the moment it's got 20 buckets full, and then I think there's... Oh, you fucking arsehole. Go on then. Oh, the sound's off, hang on. Okay. Yeah, sorry about that. We've now got audio again. Oh no, we don't have audio again. Why don't we have audio here? Okay, sorry about that. We've now got audio back again. Don't know why that was, but I don't think it makes much difference because I was talking anyway. So we haven't done anything with the top floor yet. This is something that I'm going to work on later on. But for the time being, we need to go and harvest some oil. We've already got, we've got magma in our pumping station. Now we need to get some oil. So where is the oil? Well, it's all underground. Normally, sometimes you can get oil that pops out of the ground, as in squirting out of the ground in a big tower, but there isn't any around here. It tends to be more common in deserts, but the nearest desert is near enough, 800 blocks away, and we haven't got 800 liquid pipes. So we're going to have to take it from underground. We're still going to need to go back to the desert to get more cactus to make more waterproofing agents for our pipes. We may even have to set up a cactus farm, which is it'll be a bit of a pain in the arse actually, but it's something that we might have to do. So let's go and set up the oil. Okay, that's embarrassing. I thought I had... okay. Right, I thought I had some oil. Okay. Okay, that's no problem. So what we need to do first, same thing as last time, we need to build a mining well and then a pump, and we're also going to need, what else are we going to need? Sorry, my mind's gone blank. We're going to need 2 more Stirling engines, so let's do that. Okay, so I think we have what we need. We've got the pump, we've got the redstone torches, Stirling engines, we've got coal, and we've got cobblestone fluid pipes. We're going to need some tanks, actually. Yeah, let's go and smelt some glass, because we're going to need some more tanks. I wonder what happens, actually, if you grind sand. Can you do that? No, you can't. Okay. So let's just smelt it then. We will have to do... I'll do another trip back to the desert at some point, and we'll get more sand, and we will get a lot more cactus. In fact, we'll get the bloody lot. We'll get all of it. And then I'll set up a little cactus farm so we have plenty of waterproof piping agents, because that's something that we're going to need, because not only do we need it for the magma lines, but we also need it for the oil lines, and we're also going to need it for the water line, which eventually we will need. In fact, we need water at the same time that we need oil. So I would have been better off making 2 mining wells, but I'll set the oil up first, get that contained in the pumping station, and then it'll probably be next episode when I set up the water and get the refinery on the go. It's going to cost us quite a few diamonds actually as well. Yeah, fuck. See if I can remember how to set up a refinery as well. I can't really remember. How many tanks do we have? Do we have any tanks? No. We're going to need a lot more sand. Definitely. We're going to have probably a much taller oil tank. Much taller than that one. Or we can have 2. One is better though. So let's go and build them. It's just glass in a circle, just like that. It says 3 tanks. Really, I want 5. We may set up a second redstone furnace. Actually, how costly is it to make a redstone furnace? We might make another one, you know. What's this? Flux capacitor. Oh, fucking hell, a flux capacitor. That's like out of Back to the Future, isn't it? Oh, we have to make one of those. Come on. What does it do? It holds 2 million RF. Oh shit. Okay. How do you make a hardened? Invar leadstone. Okay, so it's not that bad. I'd be very tempted to make one of those actually. I just want to have a flux capacitor. But sorry, the redstone furnace is really quite cheap actually to make. How much does it make a magmatic engine? Okay, so they're relatively cheap as well. I might make another one. In fact, let's do that. Okay, so we now have our 2 redstone furnaces and 2 magmatic dynamos. That's now out of juice. Okay, right, let's go and power them up then. Eventually we will make it so that the magmatic dynamos automatically fuel themselves. Sorry, automatically top up with lava, so then we don't have to bucket it around. As you can see, as we take buckets out of the tank, although the pump is not working, the fluid that is remaining in the pipes does move around, and once it reaches an end where it can be received, such as this partially empty tank, it'll automatically go back in. So you can empty out your pipes. Right. So we've got loads of glass. Okay. That means that we can now smelt that. More copper, see if we can get some gold out of it, but we're going to need some coal in both of these. So let's set them away, and then we can go back, chuck all this garbage in here. Oh fuck, what do we need? There's 5 tanks. I think that's all we need. That might be it. Do I need to take anything else? We are running low on food actually. That's definitely something that we need to look at. Yeah, you can actually get yellorium ingots now as well, which can be turned into blocks by grinding up yellorium ore rather than smelting it. Smelting it gives this evil uranium. Grinding it up creates yellorium dust, and then obviously the ingots and the blocks after that. This Qcraft stuff is actually junk. I don't think I'm ever going to use it. I might use it to make a fancy looking quantum computer, but to be honest, it's a mod that I'm not really interested in, and I probably won't touch on. I might just bin it actually. It's a pity because it's so common at lower levels as well. It's just going to become a nuisance, I think. So let's go and set up our oil pump. There's a little bit here, but I think it's yeah, it's about 7 blocks worth of oil, which isn't very much. It's not really worth taking. I might come back and get it later, but there's not really much point. We're looking for a real reservoir of it, you know, Saudi Arabia style. Here is the magma lagoon where we've set up our pump, and we've already used, well, we haven't used it, but we've taken off a few blocks off this top layer. Once this depletes, the pump will lower down into the next layer. I think it's about 4 or 5 blocks deep, so there's plenty to go at, and there's all this as well. And even if we do manage to use all of this energy, and once we've managed to use all of this, if we do, There's quite a few lava fields around here anyway, so we can always just siphon off one of those. Here is the oil. There's quite a bit of it down here actually, but it's in separate bits. See, here's another lava field. There's absolutely loads to go at, so I don't think energy is really going to be a problem for us, so long as we've got magmatic engines. Magmatic dynamos, then we can always convert it back. So that should be fine. And this is our oil field, so we need to figure out how we're going to get to it. We need to find the top layer actually. So how do we do that? Okay, so we can't swim up there, we're going to have to dig. Which isn't such a problem really. Oh, gold. We need that. Oh man, I thought that was emerald there. We really need emerald as well. Oh, bollocks. Okay, so we're going to use this oil here. So in order to pinch it, we're going to have to do the same thing that we did with the lava, where we're going to have to dig directly up, and hopefully we won't encounter any problems. Yeah, I'll have that, and we'll just put that there. Oops. Okay, this is not great. After. Should we pick a fight with this guy? Should we try and kill an enderman? I have killed one earlier off screen. No, his mate's here. Oh shit. Nope. Nailed it. Oh god, I'm so full of snot. Right, let's get this thing set up. Oh, for fuck's sake. Would you buzz off? Oh my god. Jesus Christ. That helped. Fucking hell. Right. You can just get fucked. Right. Here we go. So, I think that's as far as we can get the pipe. We've run out of cactus, which is a pain in the ass. So it looks like we're going to have to go back to the desert and get some more waterproofing agents, make some more pipes, and then eventually set up the set up the oil refinery. But I think that's going to do it for this episode. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.